This brother says, I don't understand this big deal about Muhammad being mentioned in the Bible argument. So what if he is? Everyone is mentioned in it. We are going to pretend as if we do not understand, or as if we do not know that the brother understands very well the implications of the Prophet Muhammad being mentioned in the Bible, or being given glad tidings to in the Bible. Let's take him a little bit down the lane of history. It's always been in the nature of prophets that when they are about to leave this world, or when they are delivering the message to the people they were sent to, they will give them glad tidings about the next prophet to come. Even though it's been a very long time that all the prophets that God were sending at a particular point in time came from the children of Israel. But when God gave glad tidings to the children of Israel that another prophet was going to come from among their brethren, they thought it was going to be from the children of Israel. But rather, God gave them a strange description. God described to them the lands of Arabia, the lands of Bakka, the mountains of Bakka, the mountains of Paran, and the mountains of Salam. That is why the Jews left from Jerusalem and traveled all the way to settle in Medina for so many years, waiting for the time this prophet was going to come, because they knew very well that this prophet was going to come and he would live and die in Medina. So they were waiting there. In fact, they were recorded always using the coming of this prophet to threaten the Arabs around them, telling them, when this prophet comes from amongst us, we are going to use this prophet to annihilate you all, to destroy you in any battle. But when the prophet came from amongst the Arabs, and the Arabs were the first to go and give their allegiance to the prophet and welcome the prophet in the very city, the city of Medina, out of jealousy and hatred, they couldn't bear it. They denied the prophet. That is why they started removing from the Bible, deleting from the Bible any verse that had clearly described the prophet. Even though the prophet used to make them acknowledge this during his time. We won't go deep into the historical part. Let's leave it right here. What is the implication of the coming of a new prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that was going to be recognized in the Bible? What if the information about him was left intact in the Bible till our very present day? What would have happened? First thing first, the name Christianity wouldn't have existed anyway. Because the coming of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was automatically going to be the end of Christianity. Imagine that they did not toy with verses like, if I do not go away, then the comforter shall not come. It was clearly the description of the prophet, but they toyed with it. And so many other verses. If it were still there, the church wouldn't have any place. There won't be any Christianity. And that will be very bad for so many things. That will be very bad for business, for church business, because everyone knows that the Christian church is the highest non-profit and non-tax paying organization that is the richest in the world. The only thing they use always to hook you up in the church and to keep you coming back again and again is salvation. They tell you this is where you are going to get true salvation. Imagine them telling you that Jesus told you that the only way you are going to get salvation if I'm not here is by following the prophet that is coming after me. How will they keep you in the church any longer? So they had to tell you that salvation is here. And they had to tell you that Muhammad did not even exist. They had to tell you all lies about Prophet Muhammad so as to keep you in the church. Secondly, it would have been very bad for politics, starting from the Roman Empire till death. That's why when the Roman Empire got involved in Christianity, it has to change everything as quick as possible to suit its own narrative, to suit its own idol worship. Take, for instance, Christmas that they are about to celebrate in this month. Where did it originate from? Its origins trace back to a pagan worship, a pagan belief. So all of these people had to keep you in the dark. They had to remove the picture of Prophet Muhammad and Islam from the Bible and brainwash you to make you see Islam as the worst thing that can ever happen to humanity, so that you can remain under them and pay their bills. Remain under them, you promote their political agendas. So that is why they couldn't allow the true information to exist in the Bible. because they will lose everything. They will lose the huge amount of money they are generating from it and their pride as well. So you decide. Are you going to follow them and the lies they had been feeding you with in order to keep their prestige and their businesses and their politics? Or will you rather follow the true religion of Jesus Christ and Islam and the true religion of the last and final messenger of God, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The choice is yours. Please, if it's your first time coming and if you find this insightful, like, tell us your opinion in the comment section and share the video. May Allah bless you as you do so. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.